Right now at 5, a horrifying scene in Ukraine as Russian bombers target a maternity hospital. Children trapped in the rubble. Refugees racing to flee the fighting as residual craters raise new questions about what kind of weapons Russia may be employing in its onslaught.
It hurts, but what can you say? Yep. You got to have it.
Here at home, surging prices at the pumps, fueling frustrations and fears of filling up. With gas hitting lifetime highs, can California do something to take the sting out of the sticker shock?
Why would an ADT worker look through someone's windows? That's very suspicious.
Valley communities creeped out over a strange visitor claiming to be a security serviceman, but that company calls it a sham. So what's he doing sulking around? The news at 5 starts right now. This is the KTLA 5 News at 5. I'm Cher Calvin.
And I'm Pedro Vera. Thank you for joining us. New attacks on civilian targets as the war in Ukraine enters its 3rd week. A maternity hospital and a children's ward hit by Russian bombs, even as U.S. officials warn of more intense shellings ahead.
Meantime, a big drop in oil prices and stocks rally as OPEC nations signal they might ramp up production that could ease rising gas prices. Now, back to that hospital, the hospital bombing on the upper left, just one of the new developments as the war enters its 3rd week, as Pedro mentioned. Now, Ukrainians are protesting against Russian forces. The refugee count is swelling to above 2 million, and Russia increasing its attacks against civilian targets.
We have live team coverage on the war and its impacts. KTLA 5's Christina Pascucci is tracking late developments in our news center. Christina.
Pedro shared there have been repeated reports that Russian President Vladimir Putin is both surprised and frustrated by the pushback of the Ukrainian people and may escalate his attacks on Ukraine. Tonight, a warning from the White House on what could be next.
Day 14 of war brought more tears for this 34-year-old refugee, a mother of 3, who left her new dream home and husband behind.
They shouldn't hear the bombs falling on their city. That's why we are here, hoping that something will change.
UNICEF says children represent half of the 2 million refugees. The southern port city Mariupol continues to get the brunt of it. A maternity ward bombed by Russian forces, windows blown out, cars scorched, at least 17 reported injured.
It is horrifying to see the type of the barbaric use of military force.
Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky said victims are still trapped and implored the world to step in. Quote, "You have power, but seem to be losing humanity." The Pentagon refused to send fighter jets to Ukraine as White House officials warn Putin could use chemical weapons next.
The intelligence community has assessed that the transfer of MiG-29s to Ukraine may be mistaken as escalatory.
The front line is coming more and more close. No one from the West is ready to step in.
An airstrike on a military building in the northwest killed at least 1. To the east, outside Sumy, 2 children pulled from the rubble when homes were hit by an airstrike there. In Chernobyl, Ukraine officials warn the nuclear disaster site could be days from leaking radiation after Russians cut the power that cools spent nuclear fuel. Some scientists dispute that.
The reactor is not working. None of the reactors on the Chernobyl site are working. All 4 of them. The last reactor was shut down in 2000.
Despite all this, the resolve of the Ukrainian people stands strong. In Kherson, a port city in the south, protests against a Russian occupation. And 4 Russian soldiers attempting to pillage a village in that region were no match for an unarmed middle-aged couple who put them in their place. The key, finding moments to keep morale high, as many say Ukraine is more united than ever.
Christina, we're hearing that a European Union delegates that they got out of a meeting. They walked out on a Russian diplomat. What happened here?
Well, Pedro, this happened today in Vienna during a UN nuclear watchdog meeting when the Russian ambassador got up to speak to the delegates there. They filed out of the room. The EU says it was in protest against the lies being spread by Russia and also a sign of solidarity with Ukraine. This is the second walkout of this type in the past 2 weeks. Coming up at 6, by the way, we're going to hear from a local organization and how they are stepping in to help. So many people here locally are just wanting to make a difference. Pedro and Cher.